Hey everyone, welcome back to Feminism Unfiltered. Today we're diving into Enlightenment Feminism, revolutionary ideas and pioneers. Get ready to discover how the Enlightenment period ignited revolutionary ideas about women's rights and introduced pioneering figures who laid the groundwork for modern feminism. The Enlightenment, spanning the 17th and 18th centuries, was a time of intellectual and philosophical growth in Europe. Thinkers and writers challenged traditional authority and emphasized reason, individualism, and equality. But how did this period influence the early feminist movement? Let's dive in. Our first stop is in France, where we meet one of the most influential thinkers of the Enlightenment, Mary Wollstonecraft. Often referred to as the mother of feminism, Wollstonecraft's seminal work, A Vindication of the Rights of Woman, argued passionately for women's education and equality. She believed that women should be treated as rational beings capable of contributing to society on an equal footing with men. Her ideas were revolutionary and laid the foundation for future feminist thought. Next, we travel to England, where Mary Astell made waves with her powerful arguments for women's education and autonomy. Known as the first English feminist, Astell wrote a serious proposal to the ladies, advocating for the establishment of educational institutions for women. She famously questioned why women were born slaves if all men were born free, challenging the societal norms of her time. In France, we also encounter Olympe de Gouges, a playwright and political activist who authored the Declaration of the Rights of Woman and the Female Citizen. De Gouges boldly asserted that women should have the same rights as men, including the right to vote, own property, and participate in government. Her outspoken advocacy for gender equality ultimately led to her execution during the French Revolution. But her legacy endures as a pioneer of feminist thought. Across the Atlantic, Abigail Adams, the wife of the second U.S. President John Adams, was a formidable advocate for women's rights in the early days of the American Republic. In her famous letters to her husband, she urged him to remember the ladies when drafting new laws for the fledgling nation. While her pleas were largely ignored at the time, her advocacy highlighted the growing awareness and demand for women's rights in the New World. The Enlightenment also saw the rise of salons, intellectual gatherings hosted by women where ideas about politics, philosophy, and society were exchanged. These salons provided a rare space for women to engage in intellectual discourse and influence the cultural and political landscape. Figures like Madame Geoffrin in France played crucial roles in these gatherings, fostering the exchange of revolutionary ideas. These Enlightenment pioneers challenged the status quo and planted the seeds of modern feminism. Their ideas and actions not only inspired their contemporaries, but also laid the groundwork for future generations to continue the fight for gender equality. So what do you think? Which Enlightenment figure's story resonates most with you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Feminism Unfiltered for more deep dives into the history of feminism. Join us next time as we explore the Victorian era and the fight for women's suffrage and beyond. Until then, keep questioning, keep debating, and stay informed.